Hey guys, check it out. You're watching Jonathan Clarke on YouTube. Oh no! I want to say thank you to everybody for all the love and support you have shown my zombies videos. I had no idea that you loved a guy like myself talking about the possibility of a zombie invasion as much as what I have over the course of the last year. I guess I've been the guy to prepare you for a zombie invasion, and I guess you trust in me more than you ever have anyone. Holy shit. That is a huge responsibility, knowing that I am the guy that you listen to if there ever is a zombie breakout or a zombie invasion. What am I going to do? The only thing I can do, I guess, is address you on this YouTube channel and keep putting out zombie tips for you on this YouTube channel. So if you haven't subscribed to this YouTube channel, you're going to want to do that. Because you got this really cool, really sweet guy, really funny guy telling you how to prepare yourself for a zombie invasion so you can protect yourself and your loved ones. Always remember that there are going to be thousands of zombies if the rabies virus ever mutates. And we're all going to be really screwed. So what you got to do is make sure that you always shoot the zombie in the head, because every other body part that you could shoot him in, it will just make the zombie stronger, and the crazy guy is just going to keep getting up. I never thought you guys would love these videos so much, honestly. I moved into this house next to a soda plantation and a chemical plant so I could feel what it was like to live in a world where humans and zombies could coexist. And then years ago, before I found this house, I lived with a guy who thought he was a werewolf, and that was a frightening experience enough when he would howl at the moon between midnight and 1 a.m. I couldn't sleep. More times than enough I wanted to kick his ass, but I knew that I legally could not do that, although I was I was for certain he was a werewolf. And then I dated a bunch of girls that thought they were vampires, and I had to do some research on what kind of disease that was. And it is an actual condition where people actually think they're vampires. I don't know how I've ended up in the crazy situations that I have. And then I had to produce some vampire TV shows like Buffy the Vampire Slayer. I was a huge fan of Vampire Diaries, True Blood. And then one year when I was celebrating Hanukkah with my sister, a couple months before Zombies premiered, I got a chance to see the very first trailer of the very first Zombies movie. And I was like, this movie looks fantastic. This is it. And then I saw the opening dance number, This Is Going to Be My Year, and it made me feel like I was watching High School Musical all over again, although they were all infected with a zombie disease, and it was so cool. And it got me to thinking about what would life be like living next to a soda plantation that could explode with lime soda, turn us all into zombies, and to make matters worse, live next door to a chemical plant. So then I started, asking my sister's opinion on it. She thought I was crazy, wanted to get me professional help, but in all honesty, I did it. I contacted a real estate agent. I found this house. I moved into it, and ever since I moved into it, man, my life has been perfect. I moved away from all vampires, or at least I think I moved away from all vampires after I had killed so many for years. Because you don't know how crazy it is when a girl actually is interested in a vampire, or you find out that your girlfriend could actually be a vampire, and then, you have to use all your background of training that you went through all of your lifetime. So, thankfully enough, Disney released this Zombies franchise, and I can help you guys get ready for a zombie invasion of your own, if you'll do me the honor of allowing me to tell you how to prepare for it, because you can never be too prepared for a zombie invasion. Thankfully, there is a dollar store, right next door to me. So if I ever run out of medical supplies, food, water, the basic essentials, I can run to the dollar store and pick some stuff up. And, I live on an island, too, so to make matters worse, if there ever is a zombie apocalypse, there are only, a couple of ways off of this island. By boat that can sink and you can die because of, plane that can crash because you can die because of that too, and a car, which makes matters worse because you can just crash the thing and die. I watched the Zombies 4 movie just last night, and I thought it was the most incredible movie that I had ever seen of the entire Zombies franchise as a whole. I think that this is going to attract more fans for the Zombies franchise than ever before. I love the scene where the car crashed and all they had on their minds were cheerleading and football. That's why Jonathan Clarke should be driving, and they should be focusing on football and cheerleading. because I did all this before they did. I had a hand in the XFL years ago. I did stuff with the XFL cheerleaders, the XFL football players, and that's why the XFL only lasted like one season. Oh my. Yeah, I like that scene where they crashed the car and they got out of the car and they still loved each other after the car exploded. I would have loved to have been the one driving the car saying, hey guys, Zombie Man, can we please stop talking about football and cheerleading, keep our eyes on what's important, our lives, and make it through this situation? Oh, man, I would have loved to have been a part of the script of Zombies. That's why you guys got to get me in as part of the script of Zombies. You guys got to give me like 50,000 likes, 50,000 subscribers, and blow the bejesus out of this YouTube channel so Disney will see these videos and say, this guy, Jonathan Clarke, who posts these videos on YouTube about a zombie invasion, he is freaking insane. We need to get Jonathan Clarke in on the script. You know, Meg Donnelly and Milo Manheim are just going to be the producers of this now, sitting behind the camera. So they're checking out, which I'm really depressed over because I was wanting to be a part of the Zombies franchise because I wanted to always date Addison. I thought she was an incredible actress. I thought she was an incredible person, incredible human being, bro. So outspoken about everything. And never afraid to say anything or admit anything for PR for Zombies. That was really cool because a lot of people would just kayfabe stuff like panic attacks and all these disorders. But she was so honest about it. You know, I've encountered a lot of very weird experiences with people who I've known that have had panic attacks. I was on the subway one day doing the daily commute. And then all of a sudden, this guy stands up like Spider-Man, and he has this panic attack, and he's like, "Oh, oi!" And then he starts like holding the bus together like Spider-Man, and I thought the subway was going to crash. Like, he literally started holding the subway together like Spider-Man. Man, it wasn't yesterday I saw the original Spider-Man movies, but that day I felt like I was in one. Honestly. The music for Zombies 4, Dawn of the Vampires, was absolutely incredible. I really appreciated how Nova and Victor's duet was so beautiful, and I thought it really brought the movie to life. The very first dance number, how they were going to define themselves as legends, it kind of got me really depressed because I've always wanted to go down in history for having been one of the greatest of all time. So the only way I can go down for being one of the greatest of all time is if all of you hit the subscribe button. And I'm not talking just one person. For every single person who watches this video, you kind of gotta hit the subscribe button. Because, like, it's almost dark outside, and I get really scared when it's dark outside because zombies can start coming in through my window. And you're saying to yourself, Jonathan Clarke, you can't get scared. You're the one who has to save us all and get us out of this crazy situation. I know. But when it's you against, like, the world, like 5,000 zombies who don't care about you, and all they want to do is eat your brains, I mean, you don't have no idea how hard it is to go to Dunkin' Donuts or Taco Bell. Can you imagine going to Taco Bell and ordering a cheese quesadilla and having to take on 500 zombies who could not only eat your brains, but also eat that cheese quesadilla that you paid $3 for? It is the most messed up thing in the world, and I never wish for anyone to have to go through that. Man. Hopefully the buses will work when there's a zombie invasion and we can get from one location to another very easily, because if Metro Bus ever shuts down during a zombie apocalypse, that means we're going to have to do everything by foot. I don't know what we're going to have to do. Because I'll be able to get gas for my car because the gas stations will not care if you pay for gas. You'll just be able to go, break into a gas station and steal it and stuff. So, we should be okay. We should be okay. Actually, I had a friend over yesterday, and he looked at my food supplies, and he was like, Jonathan, this may get you through 2 days of a zombie apocalypse. And he looked at me, and I was like, 2 days? I need to go get more. I'm running low on zombie supplies, but if Meg Donnelly and Ruby Rose Turner and Kylie Control were here, I think I would be able to make it through it. Honestly, I would, because I would have their love and kindness, and that's all I ever cared about was, protecting Ruby from thousands of zombies, making sure Kylie Control was okay, and just knowing that Meg Donnelly would be next to me every single day of my life for the rest of my life. I think I would be able to make it through it. But if you guys get me in as the producer of Zombies, here's how this is going to go. This is how shit's going to go down. If you get me in as the producer of Zombies, we're never going to have to worry about zombies being great ever again, because Jonathan Clarke is the most creative mind in the history of entertainment, and he was one of the greatest producers of all time. I mean, check this out, guys. I did Romeo and Juliet. I did Hamlet. I did A Midnight Summer's Dream. I did everything. And you don't know how you've lived until you stand in front of thousands of people and quote Romeo and Juliet and go all, "Where art thou? Where art thou? Where art thou?" You know, it's amazing. And you're saying to yourself, Jonathan Clarke, those are just stage productions. They are not world premiere movies such as Zombies. How are you going to get shit done? I will get shit done if you hit the subscribe button. Because Zombies has deserved far better than what you've been seeing and what you've been watching on YouTube. And I just wanted to give that to you guys. Because I saw this one podcast, and I don't even know what the name of the podcast was, but this one podcast was like, "Oh, by the time we get to Zombies 5, this is going to be the name of the movie." And I'm like, do you guys know anything about the supernatural? Supernatural creatures, there are infinite numbers of supernatural creatures and creatures that you could create, man. I didn't spend all of my lifetime researching the supernatural to think that there are just 4 basic supernatural creatures. I mean, zombies, werewolves, vampires, and aliens. Duh! Anybody knows that. I mean, I have been trying to get beamed up by aliens and abducted for years. I just haven't succeeded in it yet. You know, all of my mother's life, she tried to refrain me from attempting at least to get abducted by aliens. And there were many summer nights that I would sit out on our lawn and I would look up at the stars and I would be caught trying to get abducted by aliens. You know, "Mom, Dad, shut the windows and doors. Go away. I'm trying to get abducted by aliens." You know, that "Do Not Disturb" sign on your bedroom door, I had that up frequently because I was trying to get abducted by aliens. Man, make no wonder I'm such a loser. Thankfully, Meg Donnelly was born in the year 2000, though. That was when video games like Grand Theft Auto Vice City were at the heights of its popularity. Crash Bandicoot had just put out a brand new game called The Wrath of Cortex. I was really into Spyro the Dragon, Crash Bandicoot, and Grand Theft Auto Vice City. And then comes Meg Donnelly, and she's this incredibly beautiful actress, man. I want to say I apologize to Meg Donnelly for all the years that I had a Jessica Simpson poster up in my bedroom. If Meg Donnelly ever finds that out, I guess my hopes and dreams will forever be destroyed, and she will forever be in love with that guy from that show that she was on Fox or the CW, whatever it was called, the Winchesters, or Milo Manheim. If she ever finds that I had a Jessica Simpson poster on my wall. It was given to me by one of my friend's sisters. She knew I was a really big Jessica Simpson fan back in the 90s. Man, you're going to have to forgive me. Honestly. I just wanted to prepare you for a zombie apocalypse. And you got to really take my advice because I have been through this kind of thing. I have played every video game there is to have played that could ever prepare you for a zombie apocalypse. I've done the whole Joel and Ellie thing with The Last of Us. I've done Days Gone where Deacon tries to save Sarah. I played The Walking Dead, as horrible of a video game it was, and that was really hard to find. But if you played all 4 or 5 of those video games through full completion, man, you are ready to go. And throw in a little bit of Resident Evil, nothing is going to mess with you during a zombie apocalypse, man. I've often thought about, getting Meg Donnelly and putting her on the back of a bike and outriding thousands of zombies and thinking about how fun that would be. And those action scenes in Zombies 4, Dawn of the Vampires, adding a kung fu fighting panda chick such as Freya Sky's character Nova was a fabulous way to blow this thing up. More people than ever before are going to fall in love with the Zombies franchise now, and the question for at least the next 2 years, which is 600 plus days, is going to be, where do we go from here? I don't know where we're going to go from here, but now that the torch has been passed, obviously there is a considerable amount of pressure on the shoulders of Nova and Victor, of course the characters portrayed by Malachi Burton and Freya Sky, who you guys were trying to get my attention because of, and I can see why. Incredibly beautiful, incredibly talented. I think that they did an absolutely fabulous job really bringing Zombies 4, Dawn of the Vampires to life. I love the title, by the way. It is really catchy. And I remember when the music videos for Zombies 4, Dawn of the Vampires first premiered, and everybody was just criticizing it. It was almost as if nobody wanted to give it a chance. And I thought that Zombies 4 deserved an incredible chance because it looked so great. It was only an 85-minute long movie, close to 90 minutes, including the credits. But that's why I say there's going to be a Zombies 5, because you just can't tell a story in 90 minutes and complete it. I mean, it wasn't animated. Man, I think I'm going through a zombie... I think I got a zombie infection in my throat. You're going to have to bear with me. This happens every less than 24 hours after I go out hunting vampires and zombies every night. And you don't know how hard that is, especially when you find out your girlfriend is a vampire, and then she's in love with some other guy who is a vampire, and then you got to go out and stake them. It's never easy. But thankfully, I lived across the road from a guy who I thought for forever was a vampire, and every night he would invite me over for supper. And I thought he always wanted to do the suck your blood thing and do the whole thing, come in through the window and suck your blood. And I swear to God, this guy worked at a hospital, so he had like loads of refrigerators down in his basement. So for sure, it will convince you and make you believe that he actually was a vampire. And to make matters worse, they were from the Yukon, and I lived in the Yukon for so many years of my life, and that I couldn't see the nighttime sky because there was an unequal balance of daylight and nighttime. And when you can't see the night sky, and you're going through 6 months of daylight, it's like Ivana the Yukon, bro. And it's not something that I would recommend anyone try or attempt to do. I know people out there have done it, but when you live Ivana the Yukon lifestyle, it's oi all the way, bro. Every man for himself. Crazy. Which was why when I moved back home and saw the ocean for the first time in 15 months, after I lost 15 months of my life, I was forever thankful of that. The scenes with the water in Zombies 4: Dawn of the Vampires, absolutely fabulous. Beautiful, beautiful representation of life. I really appreciate how they brought it to life in a way that they brought to the attention of everybody that the significance of life and appreciating life was something that often sometimes we take for granted. I really loved that. And I thought that shooting so many scenes in the nighttime from like 7 p.m. till 5 a.m. every morning just goes a long way in showing the dedication they had for this franchise. What I'm going to be showing you later on in this video, actually in a couple of minutes, is an interview where Milo Manheim says that he's really looking forward to sitting behind the camera as the producer of the Zombies franchise, because this is what Zombies 4: Dawn of the Vampires was attempting to do, was secure the future of the franchise with the new stars and how far they could go with it. I'm really excited to see what they will do to secure the future of Zombies 4: Dawn of the Vampires and the Zombies franchise in its entirety. But I think, just between you and me, I think the best way and the far most effective way to secure the future of the Zombies franchise, and I will talk about this more tomorrow night on my podcast for those of you who are crazy enough to join me. I think the best way and far most effective way of securing the future of the Zombies franchise in its entirety is introduce Jonathan Clarke. I mean, Jonathan Clarke would make a fantastic vampire slayer. He's the first guy to kill hundreds of vampires in thousands of years. So Jonathan Clarke would be perfect. And then you could bring Meg Donnelly's character Addison back from Cheer College, and we could fall in love. I could go all WWE Royal Rumble and vertical suplex Milo Manheim, and one thing could lead to another. It would cause a lot of confliction and a huge twist in the plot. And can you imagine the conversations on the forums? I mean, the forums would explode. Everybody would be so excited. Oh, Jonathan Clarke is in the Zombies franchise now. And not only is he in the Zombies franchise, but he has fired the entire social media department. Jonathan Clarke has kept the best actors for both Descendants and Zombies. And those Zombies is going to be freaking insane. There will be millions of people who will fall in love with the Zombies franchise. I will become the new Tim Burton of this new generation. I will become one of the greatest minds of all time to ever produce a franchise such as Zombies. And I will do exactly what Milo Manheim and Meg Donnelly have tried to do for years. Secure the future of the Zombies franchise as a whole, because I know how much it means to each and every one of you. Because as the old cliche saying goes, you got to get them before they get you. So in order to get them before they get you, you've got to be well versed in zombie ass-kicking training. So the best way to do that is to hit the subscribe button to this YouTube channel so I can prepare you and your loved ones for what is going to happen. Never believe that there will never be a zombie apocalypse, because if you listen to Google, oh dear God, that is the worst thing that you could ever do. The best thing that you can do for the ones that you love the most in yourself is get yourself out of the situation. Relocate. Evacuate. Make your town a ghost town. Take your most bestest friends with you and get the hell out of Dodge, bro. That's the best you could do, because they're going to get you. They're not going to care about what you want to aspire to be in life or how you're feeling about life at that very moment. They're just going to look at you and all they're thinking is, ugh, and And when they're looking at you like that, I mean, you've got to be ready to go. You've got to know how to shoot a firearm. You've got to know how to use medical supplies and where to get medical supplies. So the best way to do that is keep it locked on this YouTube channel. Because if there was ever a guy that you wanted to find on YouTube that was ever into Descendants of Zombies and the whole concept of a zombie invasion actually happening and a zombie apocalypse, oh bro, look no further on YouTube. Because I will prepare, I got you in this situation. I got you. I really got you, man. Because I believe everything that I see on TV. And I think more people should believe everything they see on TV. When I saw Zombies 4 Dawn of the Vampires, oh man, did I ever believe it. Come to think of it, I believed it all of my life. And I will believe it for the rest of my life. Hit the subscribe button. Stop laughing. Hit the subscribe button. Because there are people out there that actually do believe in the chances of a zombie breakout or a zombie invasion actually happening. There are people who have suffered through every season of The Walking Dead, although by season 5, after all the kind of thing, eat your brains, I tapped out from The Walking Dead, then I went from The Walking Dead to True Blood, went from True Blood to Vampire Diaries. Wanted to kick the ass of Ian Somerhalder, achieved worldwide popularity because of that, and then I went from that to talking about Ryan McCartney and Dove Cameron's disastrous relationship. And now I sit here on YouTube with like 3,000 subscribers, which could be 5,000 subscribers if everybody hit the subscribe button. You guys will never live long enough to know how much I appreciate each and every one of you for just being here. Because you could be watching anybody else's Descendants and Zombies themed videos on YouTube, but you're watching mine. And I can't thank you enough for that. Because without you guys, this YouTube channel wouldn't be so huge like it is. I can't thank you enough. From my heart to yours, thank you so much for just being here. I gotta go make another milkshake because I'm really, I'm starting to sweat. Man, there's a lot of pressure that goes with trying to tell everybody that there's going to be a zombie apocalypse and you have to be ready for it. I mean, thankfully enough, if Meg Donnelly moves in with me, at least there's going to be a hospital here. So if she ever wakes up one morning or in the middle of the night and looks at herself in the mirror, looking for pillows in my cabinet because she thinks she's going crazy, and she looks at me and she says, "Hey, Jonathan, I think I'm a zombie." And I'm thinking to myself, I'll say to Meg Donnelly, I'm thinking to myself, well, if you're thinking you're all zombie, I'll just throw you on my back and we'll go to the hospital. And that's exactly what I'll do. I will throw Meg Donnelly on my back and I will carry her to the hospital because I love her so much. If anyone's going to stop her from dying, it's going to be me because I can't live without Meg Donnelly. Come to think of it, I can't live with any of you. So hit the subscribe button. Don't worry about Meg Donnelly going all zombie on us because I'll take care of it. I mean, I saw what happened in the Zombies movie. Zed was going to all zombie out and go all crazy. But at least if he would have zombied out and go all crazy, at least you got this guy on YouTube who loves you all so much that wants you to stay here with him for the rest of his life. So at least if he would have died, at least you got this guy who believes everything he sees on TV is real. So, yeah, hit the subscribe button. I know you guys think this video is really cute. Hit the subscribe button. You never thought you'd see this on YouTube tonight, did you? But I do love this. I honestly do love these two franchises. I love Meg Donnelly to death. I think she has the most beautiful future ahead of her, provided she doesn't become really infected and turn into a zombie, not to mention the most beautiful zombie of all time, because I do know that beautiful vampires do exist out there. I've seen it with my own two eyes, or at least people who were beautiful that thought they were vampires and zombies, and I had to do a lot of research to understand this kind of thing. But believe you me, as the sun sets tonight, we all look at the same moon. I want you guys to know everything is going to be okay. Why is everything going to be okay? Because it has to be, and because I've got you. I got you in this situation, and because I got you in this situation, when shit happens, you are going to be okay, and your loved ones are going to be okay, because you will know exactly what to do and how to handle yourself in a zombie invasion. So tune in next time, same bat channel, for more helpful tips on how you can protect yourself and all your loved ones for the potentiality of a zombie invasion, which is really real. Brought to you by the voice of Descendants and Zombies. Zombies. Oh, yeah. So with that having been said, I found this really cool video on my Facebook page. I'm going to give you a reaction video for it. We're going to get to that right now, but not before you hit my subscribe button. Oh, I would have loved it so much to experience the red carpet premiere of Zombies 4, Dawn of the Vampires. Hopefully by Zombies 5, I'll have like 5 million subscribers, and you guys will have made me famous overnight, and I will either be an actor that will replace Milo Manheim and finally win the heart of Addison, or I'll be the producer of this thing, and then stuff will really happen in Zombies. Stuff that you have never seen before in your life, and it will be the funniest Zombies movie of all time. Okay, Jonathan, focus. We have to watch this video that will confirm that Meg Donnelly and Milo Manheim will be the producers of Zombies 5 and the Zombies franchise for its entire existence. By the way, if you haven't hit the subscribe button, you're going to want to do that, and you're really going to fall in love with this YouTube channel and me, because I am the only crazy enough guy to make a bunch of Descendants of Zombies videos and archive them for you on his YouTube channel, and only hope that you subscribe while I'm at Booster Juice ordering a fruit smoothie that tastes awfully horrible. So spare me the pain and hit the subscribe button while we watch this video together. I'm really excited to watch it with you. Thank you so much for finding me tonight.
An EP on this. You really worked into something pretty special.
Yeah, it feels like
I love her
it's
smile.
so surreal. Doing these for so many years, it's been, I feel like, a part of my life since forever. And being
it's a
able
part
to
of your
pass
life.
the torch
It's about
to
define your
completely
legacy.
new people is just like really so fulfilling.
I got really scared before doing this and trying it for the first time. Me and Meg
Really scared?
learned on the
You're
job,
supposed to be Zen.
encouraged each other to speak up about things.
Zombie.
Often had great ideas and realized, oh, we're totally down for this and ready for this.
Well, I'm down for it. I'm ready to kick a whole lot of ass. Tom Cruise life all the way, bro.
EP on this. You really worked into something pretty special.
Yeah, it feels like it. It's so surreal. Doing these for so many years, it's been, I feel like, a part of my life since forever. And
yeah, it's definitely a part of her life, that's for sure. It's what's going to define her legacy. And it's what's going to define her legacy because of all of you. You're what's going to define my legacy. Because before I met all of you and created this YouTube channel, I was just a co-host of hundreds of radio shows and YouTube shows that were going nowhere. My career was over, and you guys brought me back from the proverbial dead. I had faded off into obscurity. And just to let you guys in a little secret, obscurity is a really scary place to spend the rest of your life. Thank you so much for bringing me back, because it was really scary there. I couldn't make sense of anything. And now, after you've made me famous overnight, I can finally produce Descendants of Zombies the way it was meant to be produced, especially Zombies, because I believe everything that I see on TV is real. Oh, I love you guys so much. Hit the subscribe button so I'll be able to keep making great reaction videos for you just like this one. Oh boy. I love making reaction videos for you guys, which is why I hope you hit my subscribe button so I can keep making you funny reaction videos for zombies. I love preparing you for a zombie apocalypse. Come to think of it, it's really dark outside now, and I've got to bolt through my window because I've got to get them before they get us. But before I go, I want to say from my heart to yours, I honestly don't know where I would be without each and every one of you. As I said in that reaction video with that funny echo, without you guys, you've brought me back from obscurity. When I thought my career was over, you guys saved my life. Thank you so much. You don't know how crazy your life is until you're with a girl who actually thinks she's a vampire. And then you have to kill their crazy boyfriend who thinks he's a vampire. True story. Don't ever get yourself caught up in a situation you don't need to be in. If he doesn't realize how wonderful you are, remove yourself from the situation, all that stuff. I got to go prepare for a zombie apocalypse and protect you all because you are the fans of this show, and I love you all so much. I will be back tomorrow with another great video on either Descendants or Zombies. We'll probably have more fun talking about zombies tomorrow. Whew, I'm sweating. I'm sweating bullets over here. One can only prepare the ones he loves for a zombie invasion like I do every single night for each and every one of you. I hope you love this video. I hope I get 5 million subscribers overnight. Yada da da da. I gotta bolt through the window. If I escape injury tonight and vampire and zombie infection, I will return tomorrow. Until then, know that we look at the same moon. We are looking at the same stars in the constellation. And if you look closely enough at the stars in the constellation, we're looking at that same constellation, and they do say the words, I love you. Thank you so much for having been here with me. Let's go spread some kindness to those who need it, because I can guarantee you there is somebody out there that just wants a little bit of extra kindness seen in their life and hear the words I love you from you. So go give it to them. Make me proud. Bye, YouTube. We will do this again after I slay some more vampires tonight. Tomorrow night.